A filthy spiral from aging faces to AI deepfake chaos, detouring through a dying studio dog and a Michigan-linked Bahamas mystery before Hat Trick unloads some seriously questionable bedroom confessions. Same circus, new episode. Goin Deep Show, 2315 for April 16th, 2026.
Catherine's Wednesday face drips under the lights. Lobster fingers trace the cracks in the porcelain night. Captain America flexes in a shirt 2 sizes too tight. We carved him from plastic just to watch him lose the fight. Top or bottom, giver or taker, brother's secret hums like a wire in the breaker. Curiosity crawls under skin like a fever. Fingers of a lobster pulling us under. Deepfake halos, digital thunder. Head hanging limp by the kitchen door. We're all going deep, and we won't come up no more. Yacht rocks sideways, life jacket swallowed by waves. Michigan ghosts battle through the rumors they made. AI gods in your pocket, turning virgins to slaves. Porn birth the future, now it's digging our graves. Rosie won't eat bones, wearing the fur like a shroud. Peanut butter and the crackers force the head up from the ground. Orange man never sleeps, eyes like dying stars. Threatening the Pope from a tower of stolen cars. Melania swears she never met the ghost on the plane. Photographs laugh while the whole thing goes insane. Fingers of a lobster dragging us down. Deep fake smiles in a digital town. Head hanging limp by the kitchen door. We're all going deep, and we won't come up no more. And we won't come up no more. On deck, lovers spinning wheels in the dark. Hot socks and basilisk monsters leaving their mark. Everything's melting, everything's fake. Fingers of the lobster, fingers of the lobster.
It's time to catch up with Hat Trick. I listened to today's release, and I played that song that I forgot I played about the how older bitches that I would still throw it in, even though I worry about my boner going down because I'm looking at their face and it looks like they're melting from
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them ones they just look so rough in the face.
Today's rough one is Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I haven't seen her in a while, is she? I mean, I feel like that tracks with her age and everything.
Well, she was on that Wednesday show, remember?
Oh yeah. Yep.
And when she was on the Wednesday show, I thought they replaced her with somebody else. So she looks a little different. I mean, we all get older. We all look different. What the hell, you know?
Right.
Takes up. But those celebrities, that looks maxing stuff. Did you know about that before you sent that article? Or did you sent that, right?
I didn't know
Sean
it was.
Because Sean and I talked about it.
And it's so funny because I've seen some of the stuff too because it's one, and I've talked to some of my girlfriends about it. Like, that is 100% for the male gaze. It's not for the female gaze. Like they play it off as like, oh, this is what women want, but it's not. And I've seen some of it in the vein of like superhero movies, right? Like, if you go back and watch the original X-Men movie, Hugh Jackman is not ripped in that movie. Like, look him up right now. Like, look, he's fit, but he's
still more jacked than I'll ever be.
not. He's not. He has a relatively normal build, and as Marvel developed and as all these things developed, even look at,
it's He-Man
Chris
dolls.
Evans as the Captain America, he's wearing, shirts that are too small for him, and they're cutting water, and you hear all these things to make him look cut, which it looks good on screen, but it's an unattainable body standard, just like the women in industry, right? It's not just women that have these unattainable beauty standards in the media. It's men too, for sure.
The He-Man dolls screwed us.
But they've done it. Like I said, they've talked about how, like, oh, well, this is what women want. Like, yeah, I love looking at a fit Captain America. Like, he's hot as shit. But that's not realistic. And that's honestly, like, I'm intimidated by a guy. If I'm going to get naked in front of him, I have a mom bod, right? Like,
I was going to ask about this because when you mentioned it, my immediate thought went to, okay, yeah, of course the guys are, you got to remember there's an equal amount of gay men who are going to like what they see there too. And gay men typically keep themselves in pretty decent shape from, I don't know that many gay guys, but for the most part, I think that the cliche or the stereotype would be that they do a little bit more in the taking care of themselves department as opposed to some guy who's been married to somebody for a long time.
Right.
I was at my heaviest when I was married because we were just having a good time.
Yep.
So, but I think when it comes to women and the body stuff, a guy who gets really jacked who's straight, I think is aiming for a younger age range. They think that if they maintain that body, or they go for that youth body, that fit, that it'll attract the younger
or
group,
they're closeted, which I feel like is just as likely, considering what we know about, like the Republicans and stuff, how many of them come out and that kind of shit. So it's like, just live your truth, man. Like, don't worry about it. Like, but
I have a few examples in my life where I know some guys in there, and I don't know what they are, who they are, what their preferences are. I had this conversation with Erasure today, and I said, I don't want to know. Because once you know, I have an active imagination. I have I've seen some things, done some things. But the second that you know someone is either straight or gay, you immediately kick all right, who's the giver, who's the taker, who's on the topster, who's the bottomer, what do they call them?
And it's funny that you say that because my brother came out to me as bi a few years ago, right? 2-3 years ago, a couple years ago. And I'd always suspected like that he was I actually had joked that he was a swinger with this one couple that I knew that he hung out with and stuff. So when he finally kind of like let it go out, and I was like, the signs were I knew, like I should have, it wasn't a big thing. But that was literally one of the first thoughts I had with him.
Why is that? That's the weirdest thing.
And exactly, it doesn't matter. No. It doesn't matter, but it was. It's where maybe it's because we're perverted. I don't know what that looks like. But that was the first, and it's my brother. I mean, ultimately, I don't want to know because it's my brother. It's my little brother.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. How much different is it than what we do?
Right.
It's why is that weird? But what we do is completely normal and fine.
And I don't care one way or the other. I think it's more just that natural curiosity of like. Because I think there's always that stereotype is like, you have like those big guys like, oh, well, they're a top. But that's not always the case, right? So I think for me, it's more, more just a curiosity like, oh, are you pitching or are you you're catching? Like, what? I'm curious of the dynamic.
I wouldn't be lying if I said that It doesn't cross the mind. Also, to me, I want to know when two women are in a relationship too, and how that all pans out. Years ago, probably 10, 12 years ago now, this girl that I had fooled around with, she kind of alluded to the fact that she had a relationship that was for a few years with a woman. And I don't know if I said it in a weird way where she thought I was, questioning that or whatever, but I'm like, no, I think that's fucking great. Whatever. I don't give a shit. That's fine. But she was like, what? Don't you? I've had a relationship with a girl, blah, 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 blah. And I'm always curious about the power dynamic when it comes to that and how things play out.
Well, yeah, because I think it's natural for us to, and there's the phrase like, okay, well, who's the guy, right? If you're two women, who's the guy? Or vice versa. Like, same with two guys
dudes.
together.
Who's the girl?
And I think that's just because of what's normal, right? But that's not always the case. Like
I blame you,
my
society.
my brother prefers dudes. And so he's got a boyfriend. And if you look at the two of them, you'd have no clue. Like, there's no obvious top or bottom. There's no obvious, like, femme mask. Like, there's not, like, they're very similar. They're both bi. Maybe that's part of it, But it's interesting.
I say
no
bi guys
obvious.
are just girls that can't make up their fucking mind. They don't know what.
The way my brother says it is that, like, he prefers guys, but he likes a nice pair of titties. And I'm like, well, who fucking doesn't?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like, who fucking doesn't? So and I found out that my brother is like verse. Like he switches it up, which I'm like, okay, there you go. You get a little bit of both worlds, and that's cool,
I'm completely for anybody being themselves. I can never. I'm just straight. This is all there is to it. There's ever been any kind of even curiosity about it to me.
Have you ever let anybody stick anything up your butt?
Yeah.
And not that makes you gay.
No.
I'm not saying that it does.
No, Red would try all the time, and then when I was with this girl, when was it? 2021 maybe? It was post COVID. She was from the other side of the state. She was always about giving rim jobs and doing stuff with my butt and things
I don't ask that, like, because that means that you're, but it goes to that spectrum thing, right? Like, you're straight, but you like some of these things that are.
I didn't want her to do it. I didn't, but she said, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to fucking do it.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh, whatever. I said, who am I to stop your fucking fun in the bedroom? I'm not going to. But yeah, she would go for it. She had fucking amazing tits. Amazing titties.
Good for her.
I wish she'd send me pictures of them. You know what? I hate to say this, but there's been so many photos that I've had sent to me throughout the course of my life. I think I've forgotten more of the photos that I've gotten than I can remember the photos that I've gotten. Isn't that fucked up?
I believe it.
It's fucking crazy.
I believe it.
There was a big court case that happened recently where somebody's getting some jail time, I think, for erotic deepfakes. I just read this like right before I came here.
I know that there's been some like laws passed recently about different things, just as far as like the deepfakes and the AI and stuff like that, as there should be. Like, you shouldn't be able to just.
I agree that you shouldn't.
There has to be regulations on that stuff to a point.
But here's the thing. Okay, let's say I want to go to XNXX. I pick out my category porn I want to watch, pick out the girl, pick out the thing. I watch the video. I do the whole thing. I have a feeling that as technology advances and this AI stuff advances, you're not just going to be able to create or pick your persona or what you want to see sexually. I mean, like I said, I wish that girl had sent me pics of her tits, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm a smart guy, which I am, I would immediately just take her head or take her face and make some AI topless stuff with her. Well, the key to the whole thing is it's very much like getting called out for cultural appropriation. You can go wear the Indian headdress. You can dress in blackface. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't go posting fucking pictures of it out into the world. And don't go showing your buddies. Don't go showing your friends. So you can technically get away with it. But the power of all these kids having the AI in the pocket and being able to do it, it's way too easy to click that little share button. Next thing you know, a whole school of kids has, the hot little chick in town. I mean, can you imagine the nonsense that would be going on? You had a little bit of the internet stuff, but I didn't even have internet. And my entire high school was, I made it, we were through it, no internet, no phones. It's a different kind of world. Now, yeah, it's fucking crazy how they can just, not just the fact that they have the phone and can communicate with each other. They can literally take a photo of somebody walking in, snapshot of a girl, give it to Grok, super Grok, type in some words, take her top, change it to this, boop-a-da-boop, beep-a-da-bam, hit a share, and it's all over that fucking school before they leave the classroom that day. I mean, it's fucking nuts.
Right.
It's fucking crazy. I don't know if the older people who aren't in tune with the technology can understand how simple and easy it is to do that shit.
Right.
You know, so I it's probably a good thing that they're doing this with this guy and giving him some real consequences.
Right.
I mean, well, how many times have we heard friends of the show whose kids have sent topless pictures in underage and that considered kiddie porn and stuff? That's all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You got to have some self-discipline when you're doing shit. It's just how it is. You know, we all like being naked, but we shouldn't go running down the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
They're curbing the AI capabilities though. Of let's see here. I just read the story right before I got in here. It was I think ChatGPT has abandoned its AI goals. What else was it? There was another one where they're just not gonna do it now. Let's see here. Where was it? Boom. AI distances itself from adult content that once drove the technology. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the porn has been the thing that has created a lot of this technology. Even choosing between beta and VHS back in the day, the reason that most people did go to beta, even though it was a far less superior product. I mean, the beta was better as far as the quality of stuff went. But the porn industry immediately just went over to VHS, and then that's why they stuck with VHS for so long. So when porn doesn't lead the way in this, what the fuck are we going to do now? How are we going to know what to look at and stuff then if we don't even know? I don't know. But I can see where these guys are covering their ass right now because they're losing big money.
Oh, yeah.
And they're trying to get these data centers approved in spots. So, you know, when you're battling up against people who don't want you to build a data center there, and then, you know, what are you going to use it for? Creating AI fakes and stuff, letting people make a bunch of creeper fucking AI deep fakes and stuff. It's like,
yeah, and take up all the finite resources of water in the region. People are going to be against it.
The thing is, I tried to use the AI for good.
Right, and that's exactly it. Like, it has its uses, like, that are really good. But there's always that abuse that comes along with it, and I think it's so rampant. And how do you curb that?
I don't like when I'm the voice of reason.
We're getting older, man.
What is up with that shit?
We're getting older. Is that what happens?
Email me, Studio Going Deep Show, if you want to really, curb my what it would be becoming a grown up. I told myself I would never do it. A bunch of bullshit. But for the show, it helps a ton. Mm-hmm. It helps a lot. All the intros and stuff now.
And all the automation and everything. Yeah.
Automation, all the transcripting and all that stuff. I don't know. So my dog's with us today. Her name is Rosie. She's been on many a show, but she is a pathetic little thing. She's not going to be with us very long. You can tell she's just ready to die.
She's so sweet. I love her.
You can tell she's ready to die because I practically have to force feed her food.
You can feel her bones.
Yep. Her back right leg. We try to keep her gated in the kitchen when we leave for any stretch of time. But the one day we got home and she had jumped over it. And I think she injured her leg. And she's been hobbled up. But yesterday I was at work. Seriously, I'm sitting there and I take peanut butter and I take some oyster crackers and I'm holding on to it right by her face. And I'm like thinking she's going to grab it like she normally would. Just like, oh, here you go. And I'm still working. I'm like, oh shit, she's not grabbing this thing. She's not going for it. So then I grab her head and I lift it up. And it was like when you pick up a cat off the road or a dog off the street or something. She was straight up. Her head was hanging. And I could pick it up and it would just drop. I'm like, oh shit, she's a fucking goner.
Poor baby.
Part of
See
me,
her like favoring her leg when she just got up now.
oh yeah, she hasn't walked on that right leg in probably a week or two now. I mean, she's being a big baby. I don't know. I'd rather not have her not in any pain. So if it's ready, if it's her time, and we just take her to the thing.
I was just gonna
Time
say
to
like
give
it's
her
almost
the-
at that point like where I was wondering if she's at that point just to
Just
so she's not
put me
suffering.
down.
And,
That's what I want when I want to go. Mm-hmm. If I'm crapping my pants, see, the thing is, I'm worried about her not eating as much because she hasn't even gone. I mean, I take her out. I haven't seen her go to the bathroom in a while, so I don't know if she's eating enough to. Yeah, oh God, these are all first world problems. Kid and your dog, shut the fuck up. All right, let's welcome El Presidente.
Hello.
I was just about to play a clip of my new favorite comedian, Jeff Dye. You know Jeff Dye, right?
No, I don't.
You're gonna love him. Hey, watch this.
Fascinating new world we have where like young people think they should all just be rich and they think they shouldn't have to work. And they think that if they do have a job that pays them any amount that they have agreed to when they applied for the job, that there's some sort of slave of modern times. It's like, no, you're just an employee. Also, you're young. You're supposed to be broke. You don't start it rich, stupid. It's not how it works. You acquire wealth. And then someday you'll be old and rich and you'll wish that you had youth. And you trade all your money for that youth, but it's never coming back. And the victims, and they've all been brainwashed into believing you're oppressed, you're a victim. It's sad that you can't afford a house at 22, which makes no sense.
So he kind of looks like Eminem.
He's super hilarious. He's super funny. He's a pretty funny motherfucker. But I don't believe when I was that age that I thought I deserved anything.
No,
You know?
worked our asses off. We shoveled snow. We raked leaves.
Hell,
We
I don't deserve
washed dishes.
shit now, let alone I was 22.
Yeah.
Fuck me. I would have killed. I would have.
see, and I don't necessarily, I don't completely agree with him. I don't disagree because there definitely are some kids that believe that. But I think a lot of those kids look and see that, hey, everything is fucking expensive as shit. And you're not paying me shit for this job. So I'm only going to do exactly what you fucking pay me for. And that seems to be that has been twisted into a poor attitude to have, and I disagree with that.
Yep,
You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you to a certain extent because like there's always outliers who are hard workers. Like my kid, man, she is literally working every day. Every time I check in where she is, she's at work. She's very very driven by money and making money and wanting to get that. So you know, I don't know if he's just observing. We get spoon fed a lot of social stuff of shit that would piss us off, and what would piss me off is a bunch of fucking people who aren't working and having everything.
well, and I've seen some stuff about like Gen Z. They're like, oh, they don't even give 2 weeks notice, and it's like, yeah, but if they're getting treated like shit, like, I mean, we've always been told to give 2 weeks, but your employer doesn't have to give you fucking 2 weeks before canning you. So
Nope.
if you're getting paid shit and you're getting treated like shit, what that employee does not owe the employer anything, let alone
That's
2 more
true.
weeks of their time. So like I said, I don't disagree with some of that entitlement of the younger generation, but I think a lot of this, like you said, it's pushed on social media, just like the stuff with them. Oh, these millennials are in their avocado toast bullshit. You know, it's that media presence with the younger generation that people blow it out of proportion when they're just looking at this like, what? Why am I gonna? Why do I owe you 2 weeks? Fuck this shit. I'm out.
I think and
I don't blame a single one of them for it.
And again, back to the algorithm and what it's feeding us all. I went to a friend's house the other day, and he sits there and he watches Fox News, and I'm just like, why do you do this to yourself? Don't do it. But what was funny is I sat there for a minute and watched it, and it was nothing but just them trying to drum up non-controversy. I was like, what? Why is that a thing? Really? You guys are just not like, what? That's a thing? That's not a thing, guys.
It's rage baiting. Like, that's what a lot of it is.
So
Does this apply to like anything that you're talking about?
No. But number one, leave fucking avocado toast out of it. So that's the one thing.
First of all, why does the food have to get thrown under the bus, right?
No, but that was I'm using that as like the stereotypical example of when they would be bashing on, if millennials just want to buy a house, maybe they should skip on the avocado toast.
Okay.
Bullshit. That's what I meant. I'm
But-
not bashing on it, but
But with the 2 weeks notice, I mean, 30 years ago when I worked down south, that's been the mentality, not from kids, but from adults. Like I could walk out the door here, get a job here, right next door. I don't know you shit. And, so that was back in the 90s.
But that's exactly it. And like I said, I think they're trying to drum that. that corporate mentality is drumming it up, and it's this bullshit of. And my old boss used to feel this way. Like he, as his employee, he was doing me a favor as my employer by giving me a job, even though I ran his entire fucking office.
Right.
You know what I mean? He had that mentality, that boomer mentality of, well, I'm doing you a favor. And I'm sorry, no employer is doing an employee any favor. The employees are running every fucking business, at every level, no matter what it is.
Usually-
and there's, I think it goes into just with this, billionaire everything that's happening, right? Like, and all the top, the top 1% or whatever is they're pushing this media of this generation is blah blah blah, because it's keeping you down. It's trying to dissuade them from doing the things that employees actually have power to do, and that these billionaires know that if their employees start doing this shit, they're fucked.
So, switching gears, has anybody watched the news about what's going on in the Bahamas?
No. What's going on in the Bahamas?
That a Michigan couple was down there over the weekend, and
I saw somebody from Michigan was missing. Is this the same story, or is it
yes,
something
it
different?
is. So Lynette Hooker and her husband Brian were going back from the mainland back to their boat, and they hit rough waters, and she wound up overboard. And now he's arrested for.
I did see this.
Yes. So Brian and I worked together at AT&T.
And your Eskimo brothers with his wife?
No, but she's fucking hot. And I actually met her through different meetings that we had through the union and everything with it. So
you know this killer, this ruthless, cold-blooded killer?
It's not. He's innocent until proven guilty. But yeah, it's quite the deal about his stepdaughter and her mother bringing it up because, when he would drink or they would drink, they would have issues. But they've been together for over 20 years, and they've been living the dream, sailing all over the place in the last few years. So it's national news. It's a big deal. There it is.
So,
Clip. Yeah.
how do you... I don't know.
And him and I just communicated back when my dad passed away. In regards to it, he was one of the people that reached out to me and everything as well. So crazy.
This is all because last week we deemed you the bad boy of the group. Now you got to be hanging out with murderers?
Jeez.
What
Murders
the
row.
fuck is... Jesus Christ, man. What's going on with you?
Murders row.
You're friends with murderers?
I've tossed a few back with him back in the day. Yes.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh.
It's kinda-
Alleged.
Yes.
Alleged murder.
Yes, it is alleged.
How old is this?
So she's 55. He's 59. They've been together for over 25 years.
No wonder he wanted to kill her.
Well, if you look at the size, it's funny. They keep on calling their sailboat a yacht, and it's not that big. I mean, it's like the size of the Apple. Well, it's smaller than the Apple door.
So has there been any? I don't want to just randomly start clicking around online, but has he released a statement or anything like that? Or is he kind of lawyering up, or what's going on?
Well, he's already lawyered up. They just brought him in for questioning. There was a post that he made on Facebook and Instagram about the loss, and he's just as devastated. Supposedly, they found her the life jacket that he threw to her. The daughter's questioning because of the fact that she was a really good swimmer, and that why would she swim away from the boat if she went overboard? But his statement is the current carried her, and she had the keys to the boat, the dinghy, on her person, but it cut the motor.
Said dinghy.
I know, I did.
I love it.
And he had to paddle ashore, so he didn't make it to shore till like 4 a.m. This last Sunday. So it's a crazy story that still is not replacing the Trump Epstein files. But,
But I love the fact that you have a local connection. You've actually drank with this guy.
yes.
And you aren't Eskimo brothers.
Nope.
Let's confirm that. Let's be very clear on that.
Alcohol does not always lead to Eskimo brother.
You're going to live with him forever now. Are you an Eskimo brother?
No.
So this is very not a good thing here. I don't like. But this leads me to ask the question: if you're gonna murder someone, well, how would you do it? Let's put that out there so later on when you murder somebody, we can all accuse you.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
anyway.
well, you dump the body in Lake Superior. We all know that. We're from Michigan, right? I think everybody
pig
from
farm.
Michigan knows.
I thought
you
the
go
pig
out to Lake
farm,
Superior and
pig
dump
farm
it.
would be the way.
Edmund Fitzgerald, kind of thing.
I don't know. I don't wish death to anyone. But if someone happens to die and it's Celebration Day, of course, free beer in Wisconsin. We know that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna sad. It's not
No, there's gonna be-
You don't wish death, but you're not gonna be sad when it
You're
happens.
like, oh, stop. No, don't.
But today, MGT, who is the strangely voice of reason among the Republican Party, is even saying, the Article 25, should be really put in place for the current.
Well, there's two different ones. Some people are saying the 25th Amendment. The other one is, what is it, Article 4, Section 2, I think, or
Yep.
something like that. Because that one is not only, it's removal of the whole cabinet, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's the one that people are really like, listen, it's not just him. Like, Hegseth is literally committing war crimes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Like, he just fired a bunch of generals because they wouldn't follow illegal orders. Like, let's be honest here. Like,
Yeah, so
And he's
war
pissed off
crimes
the
are
Pope.
being... Yeah, exactly. Who
Pope
thought we'd be on the
Leo.
side of the Catholic Church
I
in
know.
this, man?
I know, but I think we're on the side of reason and
Well,
there's that.
level-headedness, and him threatening to erase an entire society and stuff, and doing all this. I mean, it's like, what in the hell is he thinking? Like,
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck?
Asinine.
I
said ass.
Here's the one thing. You said ass. No, here's the thing that I find the most amusing. When any of these dumbasses get in front of a microphone and they're like, he's got more energy than ever. He never sleeps. He's fucking healthy as ever. He gets a half hour of sleep a night. He's up tweeting all night. That is not good. That's not a good thing. That's not positive that you don't get sleep. It's better if he slept 10 hours. If he got more sleep and then was doing this shit, then we'd be like, oh, okay, there's some fucking fucked up shit going on. But he's not sleeping. He's wearing himself out. He looks fucking horrific. Some of the photos they showed
back
last
of
week, the
his
back
head,
of his
yeah.
hair is falling out. His eyes can barely open. He's falling asleep during fucking in front of cameras. He's falling asleep. Like, what the literal
And
fuck is
farting
going
while
on?
he's falling asleep. Little flagellants.
I'm to the point where I feel sorry now. I kind of feel sorry for him, and I feel sorry for the people around him who have to babysit this motherfucker.
I don't feel sorry for the people around him because they fucking put themselves there, and they're probably the ones that are still making him go to all this shit. Like, I don't feel sorry for him, but if I were to feel sorry for anybody, it would be him a little bit, because he needs to just go and sit in a home and have what little bit good quality of life he can. Doing all these appearances, doing all this bullshit is not fucking good for anybody in that state. And it's all the people that are around him that are fucking doing it and making him still make these appearances and all this fucking bullshit. Because I truly think, I mean, like, we know that, like, when he dies, it doesn't end, right? Like, we know that, but I think his group is so afraid of what will happen because he's such a figurehead.
Well, and
Like, what's,
dude,
I mean, but it doesn't matter because the damage is already done. I mean, Epstein started driving a big wedge with MAGA. Like, Iran is driving it even further. Like, it's just,
and you put the little
ridiculous,
gas prices
dude.
and everything more expensive cherries on the top of that,
Exactly.
and it's just like, how can you justify it?
Melania came out just within the last hours about saying about distancing herself from Epstein and never met him, never flew on his plane.
There's photos of her
Never
all
been-
over the place with him.
Never been, which is hard to believe how somebody can just, I never
They
knew the
all
man.
blatantly lie when
Yeah,
there's
oh, yeah.
photographic evidence of many things. Like, they have no fucking souls. Like, they are truly evil fucking people. Like, there's nothing else you can say about it. Like, regardless of whatever the reasons are for it, they're evil fucking people.
But Jesus is making them do it. I thought it was all in the
They
name of
would all
God.
crucify fucking Jesus if he fucking was here. Like, they're such false fucking idiots.
Okay,
Like,
so let's talk about this Pope situation, because from what I saw, it was a statement from the U.S. to the Vatican saying, get on board or
Yeah.
else, kind of a situation.
They basically threatened them, because I read into it a little bit. There was a during, like, the medieval times, I think, and I can't remember, it was some papacy or whatever, but France basically killed the Pope and then said, okay, well, this is who's going to be the next Pope, but they have to live here in France. And so they basically had control of the Catholic or Catholic Church. And that's basically what the U.S. threatened. Like that's basically I got to figure out what it's called.
At what
Assassination
point
of the Pope,
are we going to like say, okay, this guy is trying to rule the whole world? We're going for
that's-
Cuba, we're going for Greenland, we're going for Canada,
Why
we're going
we have the no,
Venezuela,
the
we're
no
going to
kings thing, and people are like, "What do you mean kings?"
Yeah, the Avignon papacy is what it was. Yep, it was like a what's the math on that? 67 years during which 7 successive popes resided in Avignon, which is part of France now. And and that's what they threatened him with was the Avignon papacy. So which is implying that they're going to murder the Pope, who is American,
Another.
What a fucking idiot.
and install their own to lead the Catholic Church. Like that's what you.
I'm sure that's going to make all the Catholics happy, right? I mean, come on.
Oh,
How clueless is this fucking Orange Cheeto that he thinks this is a good idea?
Are. It wasn't even him. It was somebody else within his cabinet. It wasn't even him that said
Who do you
it.
think is the one? Who do you think is the real mastermind puppeteer behind all of this
Miller?
shit? It can't be him. That fucking little turtle. Are you fucking serious? What
He's one of them.
Ugh, that guy's so
one of 'em.
fucking annoying.
you could just draw a little black line down the middle of his, top of his head, and he'd look like a penis.
Dude, he's like, I think he's like a couple years younger than me, which is ridiculous because he looks way older than I do.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to this whole
way older.
hate ages you, right? Like,
Oh hell yeah!
Caroline Levitt's only 28 years old.
She is.
Yeah.
They were
Shut the
talking about
She looks like she's in her
40-year-old.
40s.
She's
She looks like
28.
she's 28. But again, hate ages you, man. Yeah.
I would never have
Nope,
guessed.
I
she's
would've figured
28.
40.
Why do you think I look so young?
I would
'Cause you don't hate anybody.
So, but that's,
Exactly.
yeah.
I don't hate anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I don't give a
Make
shit.
love, not war.
Fucking jack off on this girl's face to keep them young. I'm down. I don't care.
Girl, women need their protein.
They do. What kind
Mm-hmm.
of facial treatments do you have, Patrick?
I don't
I know this
know.
is sit up here, but
Oh,
Is it up there? What? No, my mole, my giant mole.
that's the
there?
target.
Yeah. No.
The target.
how's the fireman? Catch us up.
She didn't give us any details. I think she was waiting for you to get here.
Smile.
I asked her.
No, thank you.
I
I was
asked
hoping
her.
to get some today, but he got stuck late at work. So
Dun, dun,
he texted me actually. I was getting ready
dun.
to leave here, and I was like, "Oh, I might be bailing on the podcast." I was like, "No, he's still at work." So
Oh, we see how
We
it
would have
goes
called in.
now.
Oh, I would've-
We would have called in.
no, I would have
leave the
totally
mic
bailed on
on.
you guys to get
At
late.
the
But
side of the
he
bed.
came over a couple times already this week, so it's not
Well-
like I'm. It's not like I'm going without.
We're long overdue to get a
So-
live sex session in, Hat-trick. Come on. It's been shit since episode 900. That's a lot of episodes ago. We got to get you
Episodes
on
ago.
here. That we can pretend, just play the old one. It was kind of sloppy. I remember it was wet and
It was in my kitchen,
Moist.
like bent over my stove, so it wasn't even like
was
a.
Is the
echoey.
stove on?
Yeah, no,
Were you baking those cookies?
no.
Is he still on the kick of watching you do shit with another dude?
He brings it up sometimes. Like we talk about it, like or just the me doing another guy and telling him about it. So like there was another prospect, and then it just kind of fizzled out, and it was funny because we were kind of talking, and I'm like, well, so I'm like, you still want me to? And he was like, only if you want to. I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. Like he always goes back to that, which I'm like, okay, I appreciate that, but like that's not what I was asking. I'm not going to do it if I don't want to do it either. But I think he's afraid that I would do it. Like, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. So, but it kind of like fizzled out because I didn't really care because he dicks me down really well. So.
But if you want to volunteer to be a dick for a hat-trick, call 989-341-3314.
There you go.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give us a call on that. Tell us, yeah, I'm not for hat-trick, fucking, I want to.
Make sure you're around the size of a Coke can.
Would,
Well,
okay,
not that big.
let's-
That's unnecessary.
let's,
That's unnecessary.
think here. How can I word this? Hypothetically speaking, let's say you envision like that date you went on with the gay guy. Okay.
Yep.
It did not. It went into weirdness and it was not as good. And give me
The
the
noodle
best
guy.
case scenario. Give me what you anticipated was going to happen. Are you shooting photos, taking video, doing things to send to him? Are you?
I didn't know, but I know that he'd like that if I did, because he's kind of mentioned it and stuff like that. So like, there's this guy I went to high school with that has wanted to hook up with me since like high school, and we never have, and I never really pursued it, and he still messages me every once in a while. So he and I have started flirt a little bit more. He lives in Ohio, so it's not like a super convenient thing, but he 100% like wants to hook up and wants a video of me sucking his dick, and I'm like, only if you send it to me because I know that the fireman's gonna want to.
Let's
see
be
it.
honest. Who doesn't want a video of you sucking their dick?
The fireman has a couple of them now.
Well, yeah, and he's beating to him like crazy.
So anyways, so I'm like, okay, so I have a prospect like over here that I'm just like, okay.
I like how she has these guys on deck. She's like, this guy's
that's the one that
so
I'm like,
far with this
all
prospect.
right, I'll let him do that kind of stuff. But I've known him for years too. So it's like, even though we've never hooked up, there's
You need a
more
wheel.
of a comfort level there
We
with
need-
talking. So I
We
don't
need
know.
a hat trick wheel with names on it, and we spin it.
Spin it.
Yukon, you're up next, buddy. It's time
Well, and
for
that's
the
one that I
feud.
know I could call and bring in because he even said, but like, I don't know, like I don't care.
But
if I
here's-
hook up with anybody else.
Here's what I'm gonna say. And I'm catching the vibe that you feel this way too, because I know I did when I was single. When you have the options, it's a good feeling to have the options. When I was single and it was just like, okay, who am I gonna go hang out with tonight? Who am I gonna go have fun with? Who am I gonna do this? Who am I gonna do that? It's a good feeling. It's nice. It's very. It's it's your own little, pick your own adventure book, to do. Right, man? Do you remember this? Remember the days?
Yes, I do. And now they're just spank bank material.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
I have to go find old photos and just be like, okay,
Oh,
let's do some
still up
AI.
here in the old Kanagin.
We were just talking about AI and how there's some guys getting in some trouble as far as jail time now with the deep faking, the erotic deep fakes and stuff like that. I'm not.
Well, there was one that was arrested because of it was the anniversary of the new whatever bill that the first lady was on about. Yeah,
It's the anti-bullying.
yes.
The anti-bullying, which is hilarious. You literally have sucked the dick of the biggest bully on the fucking planet, but you're gonna preach to me about it?
Yeah.
You
They're all
can.
fucking
She
hypocrites.
can fucking slice her tits off and suck on her own nipples. Jesus fucking Christ. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And she didn't come up with it on her own. They just said, "Here."
The way she talks is hilarious. I wish I could mimic her, but I can't. Just can't do it. I don't know. This weekend I think I've distanced myself more. I have to start thinking more positive shit. I just hope at some point, each time we come in here, we're like, it's getting closer. It is, but it's just more fucked up shit on top
I'm
of
telling you,
more
it's because
fucked up
his
shit.
circle is doing everything they can to pump him with every sort of drug imaginable to keep him fucking alive. That's got to be what it is.
So
He's going to resign.
wasn't it
before
this
his
week?
term's up.
JD Vance was kissing the butt of that Orban guy in
Yes.
Hungary and stuff. What about any thoughts on once the Cheeto is gone? How
He's completely
we deal
clueless because
with-
they've kept him at arm's length throughout this whole fucking thing. I saw something that he was like getting interviewed and they asked him about a couple things that, about Iran. And he was they're like, why don't you check your phone? And he was completely fucking clueless. Like, they don't keep him in the loop of anything.
But
So,
he's-
like, I feel like they're going to be even more fucked once he takes over.
God.
Because they've kept him, he's on vacations, he's over here, he's never around.
He's going to
He's part
Greenland.
of the
Circle.
peace talks right now with him and Wycliffe.
Wycliffe. What?
Say.
Whatever his whatever his name is.
I love
That's and Jared Kushner and
First of all, why is this Kushner fucking douchebag doing anything?
because he's making money for the Trumps and his wife and
I hate that
the
guy. I
family
want to
and-
see all of them just
it's-
straight up executed.
it's like the mafia. Basically, hey, I just insulted your wife, but let's go into business together.
So, okay, has there been any Bondi action backlash from her, or is she just keeping her mouth shut because they probably are going to Epstein her ass next and kill her fucking ass?
they were supposed to subpoena her, and Blanche said no, go, because she's no longer the attorney general.
Okay, so by the rationale they've established, let's bring in somebody who has no attachment to anything Epstein, Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
But the person who literally was sitting there, who claimed to have all this information,
Binders.
all these files, you're fine. Free to go.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest fucking cover up. I mean, we know that it is. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking hate it here.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have some friends, and they are straight up getting Canadian citizenship in different countries. They're looking at options. Where can you go now where this asshole isn't going to be like scratching the surface of your fucking brain and fucking with your country? I mean,
the whole thing with the Strait of Hormuz, he has literally like affected the entire global fucking economy by doing it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't get away from him. Like, you can't. Like, I feel like it's worse here. I mean, maybe it's worse in Iran, but like, let's be honest.
Or
Okay, it could be worse
or
here.
Israel,
yeah, but like, it's just so.
Ukraine. Remember Ukraine? Remember the,
Did you see that Zelensky got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize?
yeah.
I hope he gets it.
First of all,
and he won't give it away either.
I want to know, why is a stupid trophy so fucking important to this asshole?
Because his dad didn't appreciate him.
Aw,
And
Daddy didn't love me.
He's still looking for daddy's, again, if you've ever watched the movie Apprentice, you'll understand this shit.
I know, but I don't want to understand this shit anymore.
No.
I don't, but I should watch it. I say
You
this every
should.
time.
I know you do.
I have Amazon Prime. I'm in baseball mode now. I can't be watching entertainment. I'm watching baseball.
I started listening to a new audiobook to try to disassociate.
Is it monster sex?
It's called Kiss of the Basilisk.
What the fuck's a basilisk?
A serpent,
Is it?
snake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's definitely like snake smut, but they're like a shapeshifter. So like
Tentacle
they
porn?
have a human form, but they also are like a serpent. So it's I don't know, it's fucking weird. And like the sex part's not weird. That's like the most normal part
Tell
of
me
it.
about it.
Like it's just so the whole premise is it's like kind of like medieval times, right? Like there's a king and whatever. But the humans fought the basilisks, and part of the arrangement for the peace was when they're looking for a wife for the prince, all the women that were like born from the village that were born the same year get to go train for sex with the basilisks. Apparently they're like sex gods. And so they get to learn all this stuff and to try to prep them for the prince. And there's this whole competition thing, and so you follow this one main chick, and it's so funny because like but she gets paired with like the serpent king, so there's
Patrick,
like,
you need to make your own book of this. You could do this easily.
Was weird. I don't know. Like, I'm intrigued enough to keep listening, like, because I've been crocheting again, so I'm like, it's an audiobook. But I don't know.
Your imagination
the character's starting
pull this
to
off.
The character's starting to drive me crazy. I'm like, you're fucking dumb. Just like figure it out.
You could do this shit. I remember you used to back in the day.
Yeah, but I'm not creative enough to write a whole novel. Like, I can do short stories. Like, I'm a journalist, so I'm a very short and to the point writer. When it comes to like crafting, like creative writing, I am nowhere near.
Have the AI help you out. You just lead it in a little way, and then you kind of pick and choose.
Yeah, do a lot of little short stories. Then combine them into one big
orgy story.
So, are you crocheting things for your toys so they can stay in?
No.
No.
What about that cock sock you made? He made a cock that one time. Remember the cock? The little cocky cock? I gotta go get that. It's at the old studio.
I saw some comedian talking about them that you can buy like squeaker toys for dog toys. And she was making them put them in the balls. And I was like, I need to make some more and put them in the balls so they squeak. Mm-hmm.